Well, hello, welcome back to Right Lego Breaks YouTube channel. I thought I'd make a quick video today. It'll be another quick build. The last one wasn't really quick. That took about an hour long, but that was a big one, and it was very spread apart. So I took the time before I started this video to actually separate everything a little bit better, make this video go by a little bit quicker. This one is Battle of Naboo 75169. It's right here. You can take a look at it. This one I actually found in a bulk buy, which is very rare. You know, you find some good ones in bulk buys. So I'm going to give this one actually to my cousin, who's a big Star Wars fan. I've already got this set. I found another one in another bulk buy. So this is the second one in a bulk buy. And usually if I get two in a bulk buy, I usually take one to bricks and minifigs, and then I just get credit for it there, and then I buy something there to help with my Lego collection. But today we're just going to go ahead and build this one, and then I'll have it set up so you can see what it looks like. A lot of, like I said, sometimes you may see these builds on another YouTube channel, and you may not. And then it's just I like to do these one-offs. Everyone does those other ones, and they like to do the bigger ones, your little modular builds, and it's just the quick builds like this. So this one should be hopefully a quick one. Hopefully it won't take too long, and then we'll get this one done. And you get to hear me ramble on. Let me straighten this camera up a little bit right there. That should look good. And I like to follow instructions. Unlike Emmett on the movie Lego Movie, where he's an instruction follower, and Wild Style, she's free build everything. So I'm not. I'm an instruction follower. So this one comes with 3 minifigs. It comes with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Darth Maul. So they give you some nice Star Wars figures. You don't get a lot of Qui-Gon Jinns anymore, because they're trying to get into the new Star Wars stuff. So having him in there is really nice, and Darth Maul is really nice in there too. So we'll begin because I've already, like I said, pre-sorted out everything. Let's get this down a little bit so you can see me build. I'm gonna get myself off camera a little bit. So how's y'all's day going? Mine's going pretty good. I thought I'd get this done, in between working out and going to work. So we're gonna start off with this base system right here. So it's a little complicated. It's got a lot of little individual pieces and stuff in here to make it look really nice. Like I said, it helps that I pre-sorted everything, so this one should go by pretty quickly. We're gonna go with another 2 curved pieces here. Oh, 3 curved pieces. And like I said in the last video, I got a pretty good memory of, I'll look at it and I have a general idea. Okay, I'm going to need that, and then I can go from there to build. So I can get multiple things done pretty quickly by just remembering what I did need. And in the last video, I noticed the mic was a little too close to my neck, and so it kind of had a little bit of a scuffle sound when I would lean over. I tried to reposition the mic a little bit better so that wouldn't happen on this video. So if you got agitated by the little as it rubbed across my neck and my facial hair, I tried to fix that in this one. So bear with me as I learn to do all this stuff. I'm not a YouTube expert, a video expert. All of this is new to me. So I just try to make the best of every situation and learn as I go. I rewatch these videos before I post them online to make them sound, so I don't sound too dumb, and getting better at them. Oh, this one goes by way quicker now. Now that I got all the parts separated. like I said, I usually just put them in these little baggies, and I put that little number in there, and I pile them all in there, and I hope I get them all. And with the help of BrickLink, I've done really, really well at getting all of them. Now, if they have like a sticker piece, sometimes I do miss that sticker piece. So then when I go through the set, I'm like, oh man, crap, I missed that sticker on there. So I have to add that back to BrickLink so I can get the stickers back. I'm gonna move these little guys out of the way so I don't drop them on the floor. This is a very, very nice little set. Okay. It's kind of odd that that'd be in there. Oh, okay, I see what it is. Like I said, I built it a while back for my own collection. And like I said, this one I'm just going to give to a little cousin of mine who loves Star Wars. Oh, looks at that. So we're already on the book. And as I told you before, you can tell that they did a lot better. So when you're opening the book, it breaks it down into packages. So you got one package will do this, two package will do that, three package will do that. So it makes it a little easier when you're making these builds compared to like in the 90s when they just gave you like bag, 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 and then you just dumped it all out, and then you sorted for for a while trying to sort these bags and build those sets. So it's gotten a lot better. And but with this, like I said, I'm doing this from a bulk buy, so I went ahead and pre-sorted everything out before I started this video. That way, like I said, make the video just to go by a little bit quicker and make this build a little bit more easier for me. And like I said, we'll test to see if I ordered everything correctly. If not, I'll go hit up my stash over there behind me. Some of these are like really nice builds. Like I highly recommend getting some of these one-off type Lego and trying these builds. They're just so unique. I highly recommend too, if you ever get a free chance on Netflix, there's a show called The Toys That Made Us. And on that show, they have an episode about Lego, which was it's so fascinating about that show is because they talk about Star Wars. And like Lego was on the verge of closing. They weren't making a lot of money, and it was costing them a lot to make, and they were desperate for something new because all they had was the same Lego all the time. Cops, space, and so they reached out and tried to get Star Wars, and so they were doing their best to try to get the Star Wars brand, and finally they got the IP for Star Wars, and it went into a boom. And then they just sold and sold so much Lego that they were able to collect more IPs and more IPs. And that pretty much saved Lego, was being able to land those Star Wars the Star Wars IP. And ever since they've kept it. So that's the one thing that has really saved Lego. So I can't hate on the Star Wars Lego sets because it pretty much saved my childhood. It pretty much saved Lego, and that's amazing in itself. That just one little IP did that, and they just keep churning out more and more and more of Lego Star Wars, and the sets just keep getting better and better and better. I mean, they have so many indication, or what's the word? Well, so many different Millennium Falcons. They can make it so many different ways. Like the original Millennium Falcon is just very, very rounded, not very well. So it looks kind of weird. And then it just keeps getting better and better. And then they have a UCS model, which is over like 10, I think it's over 10,000 pieces. And it's like this big. I'm like, that's amazing to how big they got that Lego and how beautiful it looks, and I'm like I said, I'm not a very big Star Wars fan. I grew up a Star Trek fan, but I can appreciate, the nostalgia of Star Wars and what it meant to so many people and what it still means to so many people. And they get so passionate about Star Wars, and they hate on the new stuff. And some of that new stuff is trash. And then some of it's good. It has its good moments in there, and then you're like, man, that's neat. I didn't think about that. That's neat. But sometimes the storytelling is not very good, and you know they got to go back to the drawing board. Their animated stuff is very, very, very good. Just the movies just need a little bit more work. But they've been quite quiet for a while on movies, so it may be a little bit because of the woke culture that's gone on and the cancel culture. But Star Wars fans they're very tough to please. I mean, like Star Trek fans, we're tough to please too. We just like a good story, and with a little sci-fi and some Trek talk, some Trek. And what I mean by Trek talk is where they just ramble on for no apparent reason and just say these big words, making it sound so fancy. It's we always look for the future, and that's one of those things about Star Trek is it's just about the future, and it just fascinates people, and it fascinates us. And then just the storytelling that I think that in itself is just so much better back in the 90s when they were coming out with Star Trek compared to the Star Trek now that they come out with. It's just a good storytelling. So we're building this little piece right here. I think that this goes for the little doors that open and close. So it's a very quick, complicated build in itself. We just want to make sure we get it all right. Oop, I needed another one of those. Like I said, you might miss something. I go ride real quick when I'm building these things. So I just want to make sure I get everything right. There we go. And the guy will go right in here. There we go. Oh, yeah, he goes in there. All right. I hope you enjoyed the last Lego build I did. That little gas and wash station. That was a really fun one. Like I said, I had that one since the 90s, and they just don't make them like they used to. This one's going by real quick, and I really like that it's going by quick. It makes it just a little tad bit simpler getting all this stuff pre-sorted out to get this all together. Oop, I did that incorrectly. Look, you're going to make mistakes. See, I did that one incorrectly. So you just take your time. It's quick, easy fix. So it's supposed to look like that. So, I don't mind making mistakes. Everyone makes them. It's okay. Just go about your day. Fix it fix it, and you'll have a nice little set of Lego. There you go. I feel like I'm missing something here. Yep, I am missing something because it's kind of down angle here. There's a dark gray. There we go. Like I said, you miss stuff, but like I said, you go through there and you miss something because there's just one piece here and it's just like a random one right there, and then you just miss it. But you'll know. I noticed it was sloping down and it wasn't even, so it was a quick fix for me on that. There we go. Let's see, we're already on the book number 3, which is the last book. So it's going by real quick. That's fantastic. Oh, we need a bit of space back here. What do we need here? Sorry if I'm not saying much. I'm just trying to get through this build a little bit quicker. I notice when I ramble on sometimes in my talking that I lose a little train of focus. So I'm trying to do two things at once: talk and build Lego at the same time. Oh, look at that! Missed that one. So try to just get this all put together for you in a little bit speedier manner, so it's not too bad. See, it required 2 of these. It's kind of odd. I thought that would hold up a little better. I want those facing out. Oh, there we go. Ah, yeah. See, now it works a lot better. So it just takes a few minutes, and you know, if it doesn't feel like it working right, then you just give yourself a little bit of time. It should come together. There we go. Now we go back to building the sauce. There we go. Now it should go by a little quicker. Quick small build. Looks really nice. Ooh. You know, when I first saw this movie years and years ago, when it first came out, I think late 19, yeah, it came out later than that. But when it first came out, I mean, this was one of the shocking scenes, and it's a spoiler alert when you get to this part, and you kind of like the character Qui-Gon, but he ends up getting stabbed by Darth Maul, and then it's like, wow, I did not see that coming. I thought this guy would last for a while. It was like first time you really saw a Jedi, you know, get killed in the Star Wars. It was like really shocking, you know. But you can understand how they were trying to tell the story, you know, because it's basically Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then Anakin Skywalker. This build's going by real quick. It's nice to have it all spread apart. There you go. See, part of that base. Now here's going to be the longer part. You got to build these little laser arms. Yeah, better knock this one out. Nice. Really quick build. See, it functions. See, you got the little laser arms that keep them out. And see, I do like to. I do come with 2 extra pieces, so I think this one goes right in here. So. Oh, and then we got the little slingshot deal that'll slingshot old Obi-Wan out of the hole like he did in the show. And then the one thing I will mention at the end of this, I do appreciate the fact that at the end of every book, they give you a parts breakdown. Which, you know, in the old books, in the old system books, they didn't do that. And they give you the part numbers. They're these type of part numbers. That's really does, you can enter them in, but I don't think it really matches Bricklink very well. I don't really use these numbers on there. But it tells you the part, how many you're supposed to have, the breakdown, all of that stuff. Which, I mean, that is extremely helpful when you're now trying to put stuff together and so forth. So I'm gonna put Darth Maul right there. We'll put him facing Qui-Gon right in here. There we go. And then we'll put Obi-Wan outside the little lasers waiting for them to open. Other than that, we are finished. This was a quick build. Like I said, having it all pre-set up makes it go by just a little bit quicker. We'll get a little bit better look at it. There we go. There you go. Very, very beautiful. Well detailed coming out. Got the little lasers coming in and out, you know, like in the movie. So if you like what you see and you want to see more builds, you know, please like, comment, share. Mostly comment on the video saying, "Hey, I want more builds." I'll do more builds as I keep going. I'm hoping here in the next few weeks or so that I'll try to get out that Bricklink setup so you'll can learn how to use Bricklink like I use it and make it work towards you and make it that better when you do bulk buy. And this will be so helpful for those people that really want to get into collecting Lego. Now, I don't know if there's a lot of how-to videos for Bricklink, and there might be, but this one might be up your alley because it's more of a I'm an amateur with it when it comes to Bricklink and the collection game, you know, compared to some these other big namers. You know, I haven't got to a point where Lego sends me Lego to review. You know, I'm not that big. My Instagram's not very huge. So this is, like I said, this is a side project I do mostly on the weekends or when I have free time when I'm not with my daughter. Because if my daughter's out here, she's very noisy. So I can't really make video. I can't really make content. So I just make it when I can. And with that, y'all have a very good day. Happy Memorial Day to anyone that's lost anyone in a war, any veterans out there that we've lost. You know, my heart goes out to you. Thank you for your service. You know, you're some of the bravest men, women, you know, on the face of this earth. Y'all have a good day and enjoy your weekend.